It's a pleasure to have you here and to meet you. How did you have the imagination to create this house of peace, as you say this is?
I didn't create the Maison Shalom, but I think when I watch those person dying in front of me, I decide to break this indifference, this silence. I want compassion. I want to create a new generation who will break this cycle of violence.
You have said, and I'm quoting, "Love made me an inventor." What did you mean by that? And what do you mean by that?
I mean, love makes us inventor, because if you love, you will find the solution in the eyes of those children. When I have nothing to feed all those children, I take time and pray and said, "No, God, I know you want life, you want love. Give me enough strength." And the solution come. I can call my friend. I can have a journalist who come and said, "I know somebody who can help you." And then we cultivate. Sometimes I can give you an example. One night, I see that the following day I have no bread for the children, no sugar. And then in the night, I called the biggest children. I said, "What we can do? Because we must have something to eat." And then one child said to me, "But if we can have some flour, we can make some cakes, and then we will sell it, and we can have bean, salt, and so, you see." And we talk, and like that, we can sell cakes, and we can have salt and sugar. It's like that. If you love, you found the solution.
So I hear you say that through the love, not only are you able to teach the children about love and compassion and helping, but the children are also teaching you.
I think this house, it's not really, I am a little instrument, but I think the children touch me so much things. It's children, for example, who can show me how I must love them. Because sometimes we parents, we think we are able to teach children, but it's children also have so many way to show us. We must obey also the wish of the children. And I think this house, it's really children who build this house. It's not me.
And whoever built the house, part of what's included there is a movie theater, a swimming pool, a hospital, school churches, homes, all innovations meant to give back to the children their sense of self-worth and human dignity.
Mm-hmm.
Dignity.
Yes, it's very important.
So talk with us a little bit about the deeper significance of why it's important to include all that's included.
When I began to talk children, I see surrounding me that even those children who have parents need also to go to school. If I began to help only orphans going to school, then tomorrow it's another social conflict. Then I change. I see, no, it's not correct way. And in the town, I saw that person Hutu and Tutsi can't go together in the same place and dialogue. I said, tomorrow, another war will begin because the people are not together. I built a cinema, and then they can talk together. They can watch movie together. And I see that how to give opportunity to dream to those people who suffered so much about the war. I put swimming pool. But in one day, in 2001, I got 16 babies, newborn, and 16 mothers dying in giving birth. And they said, no person can replace a mother. Then it's like that. Love make us inventor. And thinking for the whole community, because children belong to the community, not to put them in an institute. The institute can't educate a child. It's a family, it's community. And then it's why I put in holistic way to put together and to give, to bright this glory of God, because we are created to bright in our face glory of God. And we are the builder of hope. We are not just there to feed or to distribute clothes, no, to distribute dignity and hope.
All that you've been able to accomplish would be remarkable for anyone. But for a woman in Burundi, where the limits are much tougher than, again, any of us can imagine here, took a phenomenal amount of courage. Where does that courage come from?
When you suffered so much, when you can watch your brothers killing your other brothers, because I am Christian, when you can see a mom dying and you are not able to save that, then you think, and I am Christian, I said, God create us, give us with our baptism, with our communion, we became strength with that. And the courage, because I love also my country. A country is a mom. You can't just abandon your mom when is suffering. And I have so many friends. We are one human family. And God sent me many friends to say, come, our sister, we are there. We can just be there and show you that you are not alone. This Maison Shalom is not my hand. I compare Maison Shalom like a ship. The captain is God. I am there with others, with you, with to in this, and I am sure that this ship will reach the destination to say we are one family, stand up in dignity and fight without violence, but with love. And I am sure love will always take the last word.
Because you have witnessed so much dying, is that why you built such a prominent morgue?
I have seen my brothers and sisters banalize the life, kill person and go. I have seen in 1993 the dogs with the hand of my friends in Doma. I have seen some of the people taking the branch and put like that, machete. And then I said, I am Christian. I know that the human life is sacred. How I can show to my brothers, Burundian brothers, another, that this life, until even the bodies, is always sacred. You can't banalize it. And then it's why I want to show that. And making mourning. Because if you lost a very, how to say, friend or father or a mom or a child, you need to take time and to pray or to be concerned, because it's not just like animals, it's sacred. And it's why this is very important for the hospital, for me, before funeral, to go and to say goodbye, to take time to wash, to put perfume. This is very important, because we are not animals or other. No, we are sacred, created on the picture of God.
Because of all you have seen, do you ever, or have you ever, doubted your vision? Have you struggled with God following these tragedies?
Of course. The first day after seeing my friend dying and all those killers that I know, because among those killers were also my family, some of my cousins. And then I went in chapel and I said, oh God, my mom lied to me, because she taught me that you are love. How you can create, how I belong to those killers. I don't believe that you are love. And when I was crying, I heard the voice of my first adoptive child, Chloe, who said, no, he didn't lie to you. We're still in life, we are there. This was the first miracles. And then I saw that God was love. But in 1996, I crashed, because again, they killed so many people, and I went to see them. So many mothers, I found those bodies. I took many children without, mutilated children, and one without mom. And I want, with my own forces, to do something, and I lost my voice. Then I decided to break this, and I went to pray during one month. And after that, I decided to be humble and to say, it's not me, it's the hand of God. And I pray, oh God, now you are God, and I am a little instrument. Give me enough strength to go and to bright your glory. Not me, but you.
You speak of forgiveness. That's central to your mission. That's central to Maison Shalom.
Forgiveness is the key of the life. If you refuse to forgive, you refuse the life. If you don't take time and say, I want to live, I want, of course, forgiveness is a process. It's not like a baguette magic to say, oh, I forgive. It will come back. But you take time. I take time to read this page. And you must decide to turn the page. Read together with curers, with other person who suffer, and step by step trying to turn the page and to write another page, a beautiful page. And then it erodes you to continue to live. If you don't want to forgive, then you have hatred in your heart, and it will kill you, because hatred kills. Hatred kills because it's a cycle of violence. But somebody who forgive become powerful. And then, for me, imagine if I didn't forgiven, and I have those victims' children, then I will never prepare their future. I will then organize, it will be a rebellion. Maison Shalom will be a house for rebellion who will take weapon when they become adult and go to kill the killers of their parents. And then, if I love those children, I must change their life and make them like candles among darkness. And it's why, of course, the children taught me how to forgive. It's a process. It was not so easy for me. Even today, sometimes I was thinking that I forgive. I remember one day I met the killer. He was in front of me and going in the church for communion. And he have the clothes of one of the parents of one of the child of Maison Shalom. And I was so angry that I went and took him and said, no, imagine, no shame, how you can. And I said, oh, I taught to the children to forgive. And then after church, I asked to him to forgive me. And I called him and we shared the food. And I said, okay, you ask for forgiveness to the children, and then we will forgive. It's like that. It's not so easy to turn the page, because, of course, when I return to my village, sometimes I cry, because I remember my cousin, I remember my uncles, because they killed 60 persons from my family, and my family want to revenge. They became killers also. Then it's a process, and it's a gift from God.
But do you realize how bright your light is with that smile?
I realize how dark I can be, because you think when you love really God, you will realize what you didn't made in the day, and said, oh, I must correct this. And for me, I have suffered so much. I love the life. For me, when I woke up, I said, wow, another day. Thanks to God that to give me another day to bright this glory of God. Thank you and to give me the life. And the life is a feast. Why we don't want to celebrate this feast together? Because if you want to celebrate the feast, You can't be alone. You must invite your friend, the other. Then it will become a feast. If you can celebrate a feast alone, it's not a feast.